want to do this video for those that for whatever reason aren't able to get out into their yard if they have one and do the hard work of converting their lawn into a garden. Perhaps they have health conditions that prevent them from doing so. Perhaps they don't have enough money to pay somebody else. So what I tend to do even at home, I think I've shared with y'all, is I use these containers right here. They're 22 inches across, 16 inches deep. You can get them for $20. Now that may seem like a lot of money to some people, but in my book, Practical Guide to RBG Urban Gardening, I share with you how to finance your garden. And basically you just want to do it little by little. So here you see we have 5 of these containers. And say you can afford $40 a month, because you're not going to be spending $40 a month forever and ever and ever. If you can spend $40 a month, then you'll have 4 containers in 2 months. That's basic math. And in 4 containers you can grow quite a bit. Back here we had our strawberries and our mint growing in this one pot right here. I pulled the mint out because of course your mint was stealing the nutrients from our strawberries, and we wanted strawberries. So we didn't just want green leaves on a strawberry plant. We wanted actual strawberries. So we pulled the mint out and put it somewhere else. Alright, so we had mint and strawberries in the same container. We had beets and kale in the same container. We had collards. Collards require a little more space, but we were still able to put 2 in a container. Green beans. What else? In one of these containers at the homestead, I have 3, believe it or not, 3 cucumber plants, and we just trellis them up. Alright, and the nutrients that are in the container is enough. For containers, you want to actually just go ahead, I'm going to recommend going ahead and buying potting mix. It's already pre-mixed for you in hardware stores such as Lowe's, Home Depot, Ace, and other hardware stores. You can buy it already pre-mixed. So all you got to do is pour the contents of the bag straight into your container. I'll show you the one that I get, but I don't particularly care for one over the other anyway. The only thing that I don't use is Miracle-Gro in my containers. But this is the community garden. This is where folks come in and they actually actively participate. That's right here in the hood, they actively participate in growing food. Youth all the way up through senior ages. Like I said, we had the 85-year-old, 89-year-old, however old he was, that came down here and helped plant these flowers. I mentioned it on the Facebook page, but he actually said a lot of people complain about the conditions in the community, but they don't actually do the work to help improve the community. That's neither here nor there. That's just a gem that he left us. Of course, I believe that myself, which is why I got into gardening in the first place. Because when we started talking about vegetarianism and veganism and how you can't trust the USDA, the U.S. government, the FDA in producing our food, and they actually approve foods that aren't good for you and sell them all throughout the grocery store. So we can't trust them. We can only trust ourselves, because we have our best interests at heart. We taking care of our kids. We have our kids' best interests at heart. Children, I know, kids or whatever. Anyway, that's for you smart people out there. I'm going to show you the bag that I use, that I have been using, because it's the cheapest and it's supposedly organic. You can get it from Home Depot. Let me come on over here. Okay, and this is 32 dry quarts. Now, I will say that it admittedly says organic and natural potting mix. Now, what natural means, I don't know. I don't know. They do list some of the contents of the bag, some of the ingredients. It says this potting soil is regionally formulated with organic and natural materials, including one or more of the following: processed forest products, peat, rice hulls, compost, sphagnum, peat moss, core, perlite, and organic fertilizer. Okay, so apparently that is the ingredients of this. I like this brand. If I'm gonna, when I grow in my pot, this is what I use, is Vigoro. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and pour it in. I know some people will have something to say about that, but I would say this: it's better to grow your own food however you can, even if you're going to use Miracle-Gro, which I don't recommend, than to get your stuff from the grocery store, because at least you have some idea of how your plants are being grown and what you're feeding yourself and your family, right? And your community, by the way. So you just pick it up. It's 32 dry quarts. Pour it in. Right. This is so deep that you're actually going to need probably a bag and a half to fill it up. Another bag. All right. We're going to stop right there because we don't have a lot, and we're going to have to put some in these two containers. I'm actually going to have to go buy some more. But this bag costs about $5.99. Regular price. So it's 22 inches across. Depending on what you plant, this may be all the soil you need. Alright, if you're going to grow lettuce greens in here, this is too much soil. You don't need this much soil to grow lettuce. Alright, let's see. This pot, this container, we filled up to about 2 inches from the top. And clearly we have about 4 inches here, so we could put about 2 more inches in there. But again, I want to save some soil for the other pot. We're going to make this, we're going to make do with what we have. We're just going to make this enough. So that's all the potting mix we have right now. So the next morning that Home Depot is open at 6, we're going to have to go by there and pick up some more. So we got 3, $18. That's how much it costs. Well, plus tax. Because you know the United States got to get their cut. All right. So it's probably about $21 with tax. But, so it's $21 plus the $40. Now the thing about that is you can keep this soil going, you can keep this potting mix going by continuously feeding it organic material. So I have some of this potting mix that I have used, and I haven't had to buy more potting mix for the containers. I just continuously keep this this growing medium nutrient dense so that plants can grow in it. So you want to make sure you crumble up the big chunky bits, and that's it. Then you just plant your seeds, however many seeds you can get in there. Remember, some plants require more space, some require less space. So you can get about 2 collard green plants in here, or 1 really big collard green plant. But you can get about, man, how many beets can you get in here? 18 beets in one plant. So it just depends in one container. So it just depends on what you're trying to grow. All right, so I'm gonna get inside and clean up because I got other work to do. And I just wanted to share that for the folks that aren't able to get out again and dig up their lawn or pay somebody else to do it. This is another way to garden. This has been Daku. Peace.